When Mia first brought the tiny gray kitten home, she didn't expect much more than a few weeks of quiet company. It was late autumn, the kind of season where daylight fades early and apartments feel too silent in the evenings. She had seen the kitten at a local shelter, curled into the corner of a cage, barely older than 8 weeks, with wide green eyes that seemed to search for something she couldn't quite explain. Something about that look made Mia stop walking past the cages and turn back toward her without a second thought that day. The first few days at home were not easy for either of them. The kitten, whom Mia eventually named Willow, spent most of her time hiding behind the couch, refusing to come out even when Mia set down small bowls of food or gently called her name softly. She was unsure of this new place, the unfamiliar sounds of the building, and the strange woman who kept trying to coax her out with soft words and slow, careful hands each night. Mia didn't push. She simply sat nearby, speaking quietly, letting Willow decide when she was ready to trust her fully. Little by little, the kitten began to open up in small, quiet ways. First, it was tiny steps out from behind the couch to sniff at Mia's outstretched fingers. Then it became sitting a few feet away while Mia ate dinner alone at the kitchen table each evening. Eventually, Willow started sleeping at the foot of the bed instead of hiding inside the closet like before. Mia noticed the shift happening slowly, the kind of trust that isn't given all at once, but earned quietly, day after day, through patience rather than force. It started as something small, almost easy to miss entirely at first glance. Every evening, while Mia sat down to rest after a long day at work, Willow would climb onto her lap and press one paw firmly against her chest, right where her heart was beating steadily beneath her shirt. At first, Mia assumed it was simply a comfortable spot to settle into, a habit kittens often develop while kneading or nesting before sleep. Cats did this sort of thing all the time, she told herself, convinced it was just instinct and nothing more. But the paw never moved to knead, not even once in all those quiet evenings together. It didn't shift, didn't curl, didn't press rhythmically the way kittens usually do when they're getting cozy before a nap. It just stayed there, still and deliberate, as if Willow were listening to something only she could hear beneath the fabric of her shirt. Mia would glance down and find those same green eyes watching her closely, unblinking, patient, almost studying her expression the way a person might study someone they were worried about. Curious, Mia began paying closer attention to when exactly this happened throughout each week. She noticed a pattern almost immediately once she started looking for it carefully. Willow only pressed her paw against her chest during certain moments. Never during playtime, never during mealtime, never while she was scrolling through her phone or laughing at something on television. It happened specifically when Mia was stressed, tired, or quietly upset about something, even before she had said a single word out loud about how she felt. One evening, after a frustrating phone call with her landlord about a leak in the ceiling, Mia sat down on the couch, feeling the weight of the day pressing heavily on her shoulders. Within seconds, Willow appeared from the bedroom, hopped up beside her, and placed that same paw gently against her chest without hesitation. Mia hadn't said anything aloud. She hadn't even sighed loud enough for anyone nearby to notice. Yet somehow, the kitten already knew exactly how she was feeling in that moment. She started testing it, almost like a small, quiet experiment of her own design. On calm, easy days, Willow would play with her toys, chase the string across the floor, or nap in a patch of sunlight by the window, completely uninterested in climbing onto her lap for anything beyond casual affection. But on the harder days, the days when Mia came home quiet and withdrawn, Willow would seek her out almost immediately, settling that same paw against her chest as though checking on her without needing to be asked. Mia mentioned it to a friend one afternoon, half expecting to be told she was reading too much into ordinary cat behavior that meant nothing at all. Her friend laughed at first until Mia explained the consistency of it, the timing, the stillness of the paw compared to normal kneading motions she had seen before. "Maybe she can feel your heartbeat," her friend suggested thoughtfully. "Cats are sensitive to that kind of thing, more than people realize." Mia hadn't considered that before, but it made a strange kind of sense to her the more she thought it over. The moment that truly convinced Mia came on a particularly hard night in early winter. She had received difficult news about a family member's health, the kind of news that sits heavy in your chest and makes it hard to breathe properly for hours afterward. She sat on the couch that evening, not saying anything, not crying yet, just staring blankly at the wall while the weight of everything slowly settled deep inside her chest. Willow climbed up almost instantly, without any hesitation at all, and placed her paw against Mia's chest again, firmer this time than usual before. She didn't move, didn't wander off to explore or chase a stray thread across the carpet nearby. She simply stayed, eyes fixed on Mia's face, paw resting exactly where her heart pounded beneath her ribs, steady and unmoving despite everything happening around her in that quiet, dimly lit room that night. That was the moment the tears finally came. Quiet at first, then harder, the kind of crying that had been building silently for hours without any release at all. And through all of it, Willow never moved her paw even slightly from its place against her chest. She stayed pressed there, steady and unwavering, until the tears slowed and Mia's breathing evened out again naturally on its own. Only then did the kitten finally shift, curling into her lap and closing her eyes to rest beside her quietly, as though her job for the night was finally done. It was in that quiet aftermath that Mia finally understood what had been happening all along between them. Willow wasn't simply comfortable resting there out of habit or convenience alone. She wasn't kneading out of instinct or seeking warmth from her lap. She was comforting her in the only language she knew how to speak fluently. A small paw pressed gently against a beating heart, steady and patient, saying without words, "I'm here, and you are not alone tonight, no matter what happens next in your life." Since that night, Mia has stopped questioning the behavior and started simply appreciating it for what it truly is between them. She no longer wonders whether Willow can truly sense her heartbeat changing or her breathing growing shallow during hard moments like that one. She has come to believe, in her own quiet way, that some bonds don't need scientific explanation to feel completely real between two living things sharing the same small, quiet home together day after day, season after season. Friends who visit often notice it too. They watch Willow climb up during an emotional conversation, placing her paw exactly where it needs to be without any prompting. Some laugh it off as coincidence, while others fall quiet, watching the small gray kitten do something that feels far too intentional to dismiss so easily. Now, whenever Mia comes home exhausted or upset after a difficult day, she doesn't have to say a single word at all to explain how she feels. Willow already knows, somehow, before she even sets down her keys by the door each evening, and within moments, that same small paw finds its way back to her chest, patient and unwavering, a quiet reminder that even in the hardest moments life brings, she is never truly alone in that apartment, and never will be again.